Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, security guard killed at his home in Kingston. A security guard was shot and killed at his home in Kingston on Sunday. He is 31-year-old Fabian Saman, otherwise called Joe, from the Metcalf Street area. Reports are that at 10 a.m., loud explosions were heard coming from his home. Checks were made and the Saman was found with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. He was assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The Hunts Bay Criminal Investigations Branch has launched a probe into the matter. Cops dig into online claims. Investigators probe social media allegations to unravel Naya Gang's murder. Investigators are diving deep into the barrage of claims circulating on social media pertaining to the murder of TikToker Xavier Naya Gang Fogo. With no suspects currently in custody, authorities are working tirelessly to unravel the circumstances behind the 23-year-old influencer's brutal killing, which occurred on December 7 during a live TikTok session. As the investigation intensifies, detectives are combing through the social media frenzy where every post, comment, and theory may hold the key to solving this chilling crime. A number of things have been highlighted, and every single one investigators are looking into, Deputy Superintendent of Police Michael Campbell told the news. The murder occurred in a yard in Old Harbor while Naya was engaged in a TikTok match with a fellow creator Ari Bazan. Viewers were stunned as explosions erupted midstream, forcing Naya and another man to flee their seats. The broadcast descended into chaos as horrific screams replaced the casual banter that had preceded the attack. The incident has not only devastated the local community, but also sparked a widespread discussion and speculation on social media platforms. Campbell, who is head of operations for the St. Catharines South Division, where the incident took place, said that while many of the posts circulating may be driven by hype or for the sake of gaining views, all the angles are being thoroughly explored. Some of them are just for the purpose of blogging, some of them are just for hype and views, but investigators explore all angles until they find things of evidential value that can help with investigations, he said. The deputy superintendent highlighted the complex role social media plays in such cases, stating that it sometimes highlights criminal activities and it's good that they're highlighting it because that will help the investigators. Counsel and the cops appeal for victims and witnesses of domestic violence to seek help. Newly sworn-in councillor for the Inontown Division, Delroy Dawson of the People's National Party, has added his voice to appeals for individuals affected by domestic violence to seek help before it's too late. His call comes on the heels of Wednesday's triple shooting that left 2 people dead in the Boghole area of his division. It's a quiet community in the hills of Inontown. I've never heard of any murders over my years living in close proximity to Inontown. Boghole is a farming community, very hard-working set of individuals. Wednesday night was heartbreaking. When I heard of what happened, I went there. I felt tears because I know the lady very well. I passed her at church in the day and just to go by Inontown, and I got the call that she was murdered, he said. Dawson said he also knows the other victim of the deadly attack. The other guy is my friend the same way. It's really a tense situation in the hills. People not used to that type of behavior, and so we are appealing to persons who have family issues to seek better ways of dealing with them. When you hurt somebody, you hurt other people, not just the family. Please find better ways to deal with your issues and allow the law to take its course, Dawson pleaded. Deputy Superintendent of Police Owen Brown said the perpetrator, who turned himself in at the K Valley Police Station, is now being housed at a different facility. It's a sad situation, and we just want to say to the persons in Clarendon that we have a domestic violence center and we do treat with the issues of domestic violence. We are encouraging persons whenever they have these issues to give us a call because there is help to deal with these kinds of issues, said the senior cop. DSP Brown pointed out that the parish has seen a decline in serious and violent crimes. In particular murder, we are still going 37 less than where we were last year. It's 67 this year compared to 104 last year, and our clear-up rate is doing pretty well. It's just other issues such as domestic violence that we really want to put a lid on. This is where we are expecting persons who may have heard something happening in your space, a child crying or a mother calling for help, to look out for those indications and give us a call so we can come in and assist with and deal with some of these issues, he urged. DSP Brown stressed the importance of seeking help before a life is lost. We need to know that things are happening, and that's how we'll be able to help. There may be persons suffering from serious psychological problems. This individual had a firearm, and so we see what has happened. So please say something to us so we can know, DSP Brown said, as he stressed that there are well-trained counselors who can help address issues of domestic violence before they escalate. Man on cocaine trafficking charge denied bail. Judge says he's a high-flight risk. Clive Roy Davis, the 57-year-old, who was among 5 men held in August in what the police say was the largest drug bust in Jamaica, was on Monday denied bail by a Supreme Court judge on the basis that he is a high-flight risk. Justice Leighton Pusey, who presided over the bail application hearing, based his decision on indications from the Crown that Davis was recently deported and the state's concerns over a spotty immigration record. According to prosecutors, Davis admitted to the police under caution that he had been deported to Jamaica 6 months before. Prosecutors further indicated that there was no record of the accused returning to the island via an illegal port of entry after he left Jamaica in 2016. Justice Pusey, in denying him bail, said the conclusion was that Davis, having used informal immigration means before, could do so again. Davis was therefore remanded until a plea and a case management hearing set for January 14 next year. Lead defense attorney Donahue Martin, speaking briefly to the news, said we are exploring options in relation to the refusal of bail. Davis, Junior Aldane, Colin Ricketts, George Sterling, and the 42-year-old Clayton Peart, all of Kingston addresses, were officially charged on Friday, August 16, with the possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, trafficking cocaine, and a conspiracy. Outside of Davis, 2 of the other 4 accused men were granted bail in a previous bail application, while the other 2 were denied bail. Their arrest came after a raid executed at the 2 Riverside Drive, Kingston 19, on Tuesday, August 6, 2024, by members of the Firearms and Narcotics Division within the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Branch, which resulted in the seizure of the cocaine. During the operation, a Toyota Hiace motor vehicle and a 2-story concrete dwelling were searched. The police said during the search, they discovered several knitted bags containing packages with a white powdery substance. The drugs weighed 2,526 kilograms and had an estimated street value of just over $75 million. Increased the police presence in major towns and the parish capitals. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has increased its presence in major towns and the parish capitals as the country enters the high-traffic period during the Yuletide season. JCF's Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch Superintendent Lloyd Darby emphasized the importance of strategic interventions to ensure smooth traffic flow despite the challenges posed by potholes, increased road users, and the seasonal demand. We are out in our numbers. You know, traditionally, we scale back most of the administrative functions of the JCF so we can put more police out on the road. PSTEB leads in that aspect. We are out on the road. There's high visibility and effective presence, he said. Peak periods occur because everyone tends to leave for work, school, or other activities at the same time. Our goal is not to eliminate peak traffic given the volume, but to ensure the traffic keeps flowing, Superintendent Darby said. He pointed out that what causes gridlock is when persons block the major intersections that are regulated by traffic lights, adding that if there is gridlock at one intersection, it impacts the entire road network. Strategic placement of officers at critical intersections prevents blockages that can gridlock entire road networks. Even if traffic moves slowly, it eventually clears, unlike the standstill situations caused by gridlock, he said. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.